Honorable Chairperson, distinguished parliamentarians. On behalf of the Thai National Assembly, it is a great honor to have an opportunity to engage in the discussion on strengthening regional multilateralism and addressing issues based on rules. Over the past years, the spirit as well as the practice of multilateralism have suffered from significant setbacks and further downgraded by issues of national security and trade protectionist measures. The effectiveness of global governance have been questioned, while isolationism becomes a recurrent trend for making foreign policies to protect national interests. However, global problems in the 21st century are more complex and transnational. Therefore, international cooperation remains a pivot to sustain global peace and stability, and it must be embraced to respond to the current global crisis of COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 vaccine global access, or COVAX, is a recent indication of the importance of multilateralism and collective cooperation. The COVID-19 crisis has emphasized the urgent need for a new multilateral cooperation perspective that can work to heighten the regional and global institutions. The pandemic has also identified the need of multilateral solidarity, acceptable rules and norms, along with administrative capability, technology, and financial resources to combat transnational threats and serve all issues of peace and security. Here it is to note that shaping the future of multilateralism for solutions to global challenge needs parliamentary response and effort. We parliamentarians can help our government build international solidarity and implement national policies in accordance with international agreements through parliamentary diplomacy and functions, especially enactment of law to make government operations more resilient to combat new threats and to support the development of intelligence as well as sharing of information among lawmakers, law enforcement agencies, institutions of justice, and overseas partners in prevention of crimes. During the time of health crisis, the National Assembly of Thailand has constantly supported the government to sustain global governance and rules-based order by legislation and promotion of human rights, the rule of law, and democracy. In September, the House of Representatives unanimously approved the bill on prevention and suppression of torture and enforces disappearance in its first reading. This is just the first step to fulfill our ratification of the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman or Degrading Treatment or Punishment (CAT) and the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance (CED). However, it is important towards outlawing torture and enforced disappearance in the country and also securing international human rights. Despite the COVID-19 hardship, we continue working with government to ensure that this long-awaited law is drafted in line with international standards and adopted soon, since we recognize that human rights violations are at the root of many conflicts and threats to international peace and security. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage all members of the APPF to strengthen multilateral cooperation in both regional and global levels to tackle cross-border problems and shaping the future of multilateralism. Moreover, developing the capacity of Parliament to be more effectively and broadly engaged citizens, taking a further step to facilitate the effective translation of the Sustainable Development Policies into concrete actions, particularly SDG 16, that directly targets the rules of Parliament and lies at the core of progress on all other sustainable development goals. We must not allow the effects of COVID-19 to undermine the development and stability of our region and the world. Thank you.